Hi, my name is Alicia, and today I'll be looking closer at Ronald Reagan and his approach to America's economy in the 80s. The question I'll be answering is, what was Ronald Reagan's approach in changing the life of Americans in his first term as president? Ronald Reagan took presidential office in 1981 as the 40th president at the age of 69. He was the Republican nominee, but he was also a conservative and previously a Democrat. Before running for president, he was the former California governor. When Reagan took office after his inauguration, he began making changes. He was able to shape and change American life more decisively than any previous president since Franklin Roosevelt. Reagan vowed to reduce the government's size and power because he believed a large, activist federal government could not deal with the challenges of American life in the 1980s. As a conservative, Reagan condemned anti-poverty programs as a waste of federal resources that sapped the work ethic and the morals of the poor people. He wanted to reduce food stamps, school meal programs, and aid to the cities. Congress cut funding for urban public housing and ended job training for unemployed. Reagan also wanted to try and reduce medical and social security, but seeing as it affected and benefited so many Americans, he did not do much to change it. He did raise the minimum age for full benefits of retirement from 65 to 67 and added tax some benefits with the Social Security Reform Act of 1983. However, by 1984, Reagan promised not to cut Social Security again. Reagan was unsuccessful in shrinking the federal government, but he was able to shrink the size of some parts he felt unneeded. Reagan and his administration worked to lower taxes, deregulate business, and cut federal support for unions. Reagan believed to promote prosperity, the government should cut taxes, leaving more money in the hands of businesses, allowing them to produce more goods and more money. The increase in supply would stimulate prosperity and increase, rather than decrease, tax revenues. This principle had many names, such as supply-side economics, trickle-down policy, and Reaganomics. As a conservative, Reagan believed federal regulations restricted American business and prevented economic growth. When this Reaganomics began, it failed to prevent a recession beginning in the fall of 1981, and as the Federal Reserve Bank fought inflation by increasing interest rates, the economy slowed and unemployment increased. Reaganomics also increased the federal budget deficit, and by spring of 1984, the recession ended. Who or what is responsible for the end of this recession is still debated, as some give credit to Reaganomics, while others say that the deficit brought America out of the recession. But by the mid-1980s, Reaganomics seemed to be successful, and as Reagan ended his first term of presidency, he ended on a high note with Reaganomics working and the country returned to its former prosperity. He was renominated for the presidential elections of 1984, and although there was a criticism towards Reagan's ideas and beliefs, he was able to change American society once again, wanting to put more power in the people and businesses rather than the government. Although it was not the perfect plan, I think his plans and policies were innovative and brought about change in the United States.